Thank you for stopping to watch my video today. I want to teach as many U.S. investors, U.S. business owners, U.S. entrepreneurs, U.S. franchise owners, and also U.S. 1099 income earners how they can save taxes legally with the Spendthrift Trust. It's legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. To give you a quick history, it comes from England way back when King Henry VIII, that king who chopped off his wives' heads, started the Church of England so he could start divorcing them. Hey, murder a few ladies, start your own church. Why not? He went to go tax the lords and ladies of England. They went back to the Magna Carta of the 13th century and said, oh, no, King Henry VIII, it's contract law, you can't do this. It came to the colonies while we were still part of England. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023. Well, we're now in 2026, so it's 353 years old. Our current tax structure that we are under went into effect in February of 1913 and was only supposed to be around for a few years. Unfortunately, the United States got involved in World War I and it has not changed at all other than getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The super rich families of 1913, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, and the Kennedys made sure they could save taxes. Well, guess what? If they can save taxes, we can save taxes. My name is Sally Gimmon, and I'm the owner of www.thetrustisyou.com. My personal story, so you have it. My watershed month was October 2018. Three major things happened. I'm living in Phoenix, Arizona, working as a Medicare broker, worst job in the world, and my oldest nephew's getting married in Charlotte, North Carolina on October 27th, 2018. I had the time saved up and I requested the Friday before the wedding and the Monday after the wedding because I had friends and family coming in from all over the world. If you know anything about Medicare, open enrollment is from October 5th to December 7th, and they said no. Didn't like my job before that and liked it even less. Second thing that happened, my brand new 3-week-old Hyundai Veloster, 2018 Hyundai Veloster with a moonroof. You need that in Phoenix at night when it's beautiful out there. I'm going to work at 7 o'clock in the morning on Indian School Road. I'm the second car through on a green light. Hey, I'm not paying attention to what's going on because I have a green light. Some idiot ran the red light, T-boned me on my passenger side, and Mr. Idiot had no insurance. Yes, I had $25,000 in property damage, uninsured property damage, but my car was worth more than that. Guess what silly Sally had sitting on her kitchen table? The paperwork for gap insurance. She had 4 weeks to fill it out, and her car was 3 weeks old. Yikes, I'm upside down, have 2 car loans, and just 1 vehicle. Third thing that happened, my mom and dad, who lived in Goodyear, Arizona, 25 miles west of Phoenix, drove from Goodyear to Charlotte for the wedding. They were supposed to be gone for 2 weeks. My dad calls Thursday night before the wedding to say my mom's in the emergency room. He's not sure what's wrong. Do not change my flight. I took a red-eye Friday night and arrived at 7:20 in the morning on the wedding day. My 2 nephews were there. Family tradition, we went to IHOP for breakfast. The 2 guys went back to the house. My dad takes me to Pineville Hospital to see my mom, and I walk in on the priest giving her last rites. I wasn't ready for that. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, big church wedding. We go to a country club. I ate too much. I drank too much. I danced too much. I had a fabulous time at the wedding. Next day, my sister-in-law puts on this fabulous brunch. We kept calling it the smorgasbord, and she's like, I'm Italian. That's Swedish. My dad taps me on the shoulder. It's 12:30. He's taking me back to see my mom and then taking me to the airport. It ended up that my mom had septic of the blood or blood poisoning. It got into her pacemaker. She had to have open heart surgery to take out her old pacemaker to put in a new pacemaker. She was on the ventilator for 13 months, in the hospital 15 months, and thank God she got better and came home. My dad stayed with my mom in the Charlotte area. He lived with my brother and sister-in-law. And I was going out to their house every weekend to do the mail. First weekend of December, there was a letter that was 27 pages thick. That was my mom's Medicare statement. Going to the emergency room in 1 month on the ventilator was $72,000, but I knew she was getting the best care possible because my dad was a retired military officer. I'm standing in their kitchen thinking my life sucks. It really did. I was eating ramen noodles twice a week. I had 2 car payments. I had a mortgage. I had student loans because I went to graduate school. I have a $10,000 deductible on my health insurance. When that accident happened, I asked everyone, please do not call an ambulance. I couldn't afford it. And I hated my job. Right then and there in my mom and dad's kitchen, I called my friend Glenn, who invited me to a real estate meeting back in August of 2018. And I said, Glenn, I need to change my life. I need to start real estate investing. He's like, Sally, next Saturday, we're having a Christmas potluck dinner. Bring a $5 gift and some food and meet my fellow real estate investors. The only people I would know would be Glenn and his wife, Rhonda, who weren't going to show up until 9:30 after a Christmas pageant. He's like, be there at 6. Okay, I put on my big girl pants. I went to the party. Best decision of my life. In 2019, with my mentor, I wholesaled 7 bank-owned properties nationwide. Woohoo! I'm a rock star in my real estate group. Paid off $164,000 in debt. No more mortgage, no more car loans, no more student loans, anything else. And I have $50,000 in my bank account, and I had 3 properties. Fast forward, we canceled a major St. Patrick's Day party, March 17th of 2020 because of COVID. On April 1st of 2020, my 3 properties did not pay me. I had no money coming in because I quit my horrible job. And on April 4th of 2020, my CPA called me to say congratulations. Yes, congratulations. I made so much money in 2019, my tax bracket went from 22% to 24%, and I owed the federal government $94,000 in short-term capital gains. I was devastated. I thought I was doing everything right. He said, set up an appointment with me. A fabulous book to read is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. I go to bed that night going, please God, how am I going to get an extra $24,000 I don't have? Next day, April 5th, I wake up 5 a.m. in the morning. I knew I had read an article about the Rockefellers and Spendthrift Trust called The Office. And I also put out an email to a friend of mine who did HELOC loans. I got a HELOC, paid my bill, and it took me 5 months to research the Spendthrift Trust. September of 2020, I started both my business and my Beneficial Spendthrift Trust, and I sent an email to the gentleman who ran my Phoenix, Arizona real estate group saying I would like to do a mastermind to help other investors. We had a 50-50 split on the whole deal. So starting off with the Beneficial Trust, because I'm an investor, you're going to save the following 5 taxes and never ever pay them again. You'll never pay capital gains when you sell something at a profit. Short-term capital gains are just like federal income taxes, between 10% to 37%, and affect you if you are wholesaling, fix and flipping, doing auction houses, or tax liens. Also selling crypto, you're a Forex investor, or you're doing options trading, important things. Long-term capital gains are a year or more and affect you when you sell your business, sell an investment property, or a baseball card, and they're either 15 or 20%. You'll no longer pay interest income taxes if you have passive income, if you are in mutual funds, if you're doing the REITs, if you're in a REIT, if you're doing subject to real estate, the BRRRR strategy. Personally, I have notes where I'm the paper in the house, people pay me the mortgage, I'm the Bank of Sally. Maybe you're doing creative financing, seller financing, and yes, Forex investors. Forex investors, you get taxed twice. Capital gains and interest income taxes, you really need to know about the Beneficial Spendthrift Trust. You'll no longer pay dividend income taxes. If you're in the stock market, you're a day trader, and if you're doing futures trading, if you're doing commodities trading, or living off of dividends. You'll no longer pay real estate income taxes. Yes, you can put a property with depreciation schedule into the trust. Yes, you can put a property with cost averaging into the trust. The reason you want to do this is I forgot to tell you the 4 ways you save. You save federal and state income taxes. You keep your information 100% private. 40% of LLCs, S Corps, and C Corps get sued every year. By the way, that's state level, not federal level. The trust is on the federal level. Number 3, talking about lawsuits. All lawsuits become frivolous and go away. So if the renter's dog gets out and bites the mailman, they can't come after you because all your assets are in the trust and it's a titanium vault. And number 4, you're going to leave a legacy for future generations. So if you're a real estate investor, maybe you have short-term rentals like Airbnb or vacation rentals. Maybe you have 5 doors, 10 doors, 20 doors, 100 doors. Maybe you're multifamily. Maybe you have apartment buildings. Maybe you have commercial property, or you're doing Airbnb arbitrage. You pay no rental income taxes. And the fifth tax you'll save is royalty income taxes. They're taxed a little bit less, between 10% to 35%, 7 different layers, but they affect you if you're an actor, an actress, a musician, an author, an artist, you have NFTs, copyrights, patents, or intellectual property. Robin Williams, the late great actor he did commit suicide, but he had the Beneficial Trust. His 3 adult children pay no royalties on all his great works. So that's the Beneficial Trust for all investors. Now we're going to switch gears and talk about the Business Trust. The Business Trust is for all U.S. business owners, entrepreneurs, franchisee owners, and 1099 income earners. If you make $100,000 gross per year, you will save 5 figures in taxes every single year. You'll save 90% on federal income taxes, and 43 states no longer pay state income taxes, year after year, generation after generation. You can use this money to put back into your business, to pay off your mortgage, to buy a new vehicle, take your family on a great vacation, give to your favorite charity, or save for retirement. Just to give you an idea, I did a quote. I just redid it for him today because it's 2026. He is a franchisee owner, a pest control company. In 2025, he made $175,000, and in 2026, he's at 90%. He's going to save $25,495 in federal taxes, plus $5,250 in Ohio state income taxes. That's 2025 numbers. We don't have 2026 numbers yet. So for a full year, because he has the benefit of he has the Business Spendthrift Trust, he's going to save $30,745. He was paying his taxes monthly, so per month he gets to save an additional $2,562. When he started the trust last year, his first thing that he did was he hired an assistant to answer the phones, so his wife no longer had to do that. Now what they're starting is they're going to start putting that money into college funds for their 2 kids. The Spendthrift Trust is legal. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B. If you want to find out more, I have a free masterclass at www.thetrustisyou.com. Go out there, watch it, learn the secret of the rich, set up a free 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. I will take you out to a free website, www.nerdwallet.com, show you the formula for how much you'll save in federal taxes, and then we'll Google your state income taxes. And the way that you save these taxes is kind of important. You will file a 1041 tax return, not a 1040 tax return. If you are 65 or older, if you're on Medicare, if you make too much money, they surcharge you. It's called IRMA. And if you're single, it's $106,000. If you're married, it's $212,000. They will tax your Part B of Medicare and your Part D of Medicare. One of my clients, a husband and wife who started the trust because he did very good investing in the stock market. They're living off dividends. They're saving dividend income taxes and an additional $600 per month because they were paying a surcharge for him and for her on their Medicare. If you want to find out more, please go out to my free website, www.thetrustisyou.com. My goal is to teach this to as many U.S. business owners, U.S. entrepreneurs, U.S. franchisee owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors the secret of the rich. It took me 5 months to learn it, and I had a $94,000 tax bill I didn't have money for. Learn from my mistakes and start saving taxes. Have a beautiful 2026, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.